Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Tuesday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your WWE NXT Event Center report. And now here is the man to bring you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode number 1487. How's it going, everybody? It is June 19th, 2024, 12:49 p.m. How's it going? Now, we guys are having a wonderful... This first half of the week for me has been pretty eventful. Let me tell you. We had Monday, you got the Boston Celtics ended up winning a championship. I'm really excited. Kind of looking forward to hearing more on those guys. Not only that, though, then yesterday, come to find out that a long-awaited collection is coming out on most of the multiple platforms of video games. We're talking us retro gamers and Capcom fighting fans out there. I've been watching reactions to some of these streamers that do this, and all their reactions, including Maximilian Dude, is my reaction all rolled into one. It's like you're speechless. You don't know how. You don't know. You don't know how. You're like, oh boy, it's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of people are having every intention of pre-ordering for this, and I have every intention to pre-order. Once I find the release date, I'm gonna pre-order for it on either Amazon or Best Buy, and then bada bing, bada boom, I'll probably get it. And it'll be on sale digitally too. So it's like, slam dunk right there, Charlie. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, one thing that we ought to know, this is a shocker. The bosses will be playable in X-Men Children of the Atom games. I mean, Juggernaut and Magneto will be playable in the X-Men Children of the Atom. And then in Marvel Superheroes, Dr. Doom, Thanos, and Donovan's little sidekick, Anita, will be part of the... Will be playable as well. What if Akuma will be playable in X-Men Children of the Atom? Remember, there's a hidden trick that you can get Akuma to play in X-Men Children of the Atom. So they didn't mention anything. Also, Cyber Akuma will be playable in the Marvel versus Heroes versus Street Fighter game. So that's a big deal. So. Yeah, so personally, I cannot wait for this. As a Capcom fighting fan, I thought the Capcom fighting collection was bad. Was getting it bad enough, but so anyways, my good buddy, my co-host Joey Acacia from the Dugout Group podcast, Dugout Crew podcast is not going to be on Thursday. I host the Dugout Crew podcast on David 3000 Network, so he will not be on tomorrow for this episode. Hopefully Jesse Ortiz, when I send him the link, if he has any issues with his computer, I'll be a one-man show. There's a lot I need to talk about anyways, as far as the Red Sox are concerned right now, because the Red Sox have been doing just fantastic this past weekend, and this past week, I'll tell you, everybody thought I was concerned about how the Red Sox are going to do, so I'm really excited about this. So yeah, so a lot of stuff's going down, a lot of stuff is happening, and it's good things happening. You got to be excited about that. Let's talk about what happened on NXT. There was a number one contender battle royal, and now remember what Cody Rhodes said. He said there will be other wrestlers from other locker rooms, and other locker rooms. So we all know what he meant. So we saw superstars from SmackDown like Apollo Crews and Legado del Fantasma, Angel Garza and Roberto Carrillo. I don't want to call him Angel Umberto. I mean, I want to honor them and show them respect. And then you got over on from Raw, you get Dragon Lee competing, but there were two TNA superstars. As you know, Shawn Michaels posted a picture of him talking to Frankie Kazarian. Frankie Kazarian was in that battle royal, and say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. In Tokyo. He finally appeared on NXT. Joe freaking Hendry, ladies and gentlemen. Joe freaking Hendry. And then the Battle Royal started. He was the first one thrown out. Dude, what the heck? And Joe Hendry, he got mad. He says, I'll be here everywhere. And you know what? I hope he comes back to NXT, man. Let me tell you. I love to see Joe Hendry, come back to NXT, to come back to represent TNA and NXT. I like to see him challenge Obafemi for the North American title. I like to see him team up with somebody and go for the tag team titles. I want to see Joe Hendry back in NXT. All right. I want to see Joe Hendry back in an NXT ring. Come on. Let's bring him back, man. Because he was the most entertaining dude out there. And they had to throw him. He had to be the first guy to throw him out. Dude, what's up with that? Anyways. And then before even the Battle Royal started, Ethan Page was getting to the face of Joe Hendry. And here comes Oro Mensah. Again, Oro Mensah blindsiding him once again. And those two fought outside the ring. Then the Battle Royal started. Frankie Kazarian was the one that eliminated Hendry. I hope they settle things this Thursday. I say Frankie. If I was Santino Marella, I'd book Frankie Kazarian versus Joe Hendry 1-on-1 for that alone. And but Frankie Kazarian was the last of the final four. Sean Spears wasn't eliminated, and he got back in the ring quickly. I thought he was going to win it. Who's going to face Trick Williams? No, the winner of this match will face Trick Williams for the title at NXT Heatwave. And Javon Evans, the 20-year-old rookie, ended up winning the match. That's right, Javon Evans. So watch for this kid. Even though he doesn't win the title, he's real. A lot of people really do like him, and a lot of high praise for him, high hopes for him. And I gotta tell you, the kid's the future, man. The kid is the future. That's for sure of the WWE. So we'll see what happens. The women's locker room, we're talking about how Kelaini Jordan holding up as the NXT Women's North American Champion, facing Michin. That will be a big test for her. And then Fallon Henley cops a little bit of an attitude, and they were all arguing. And so Ruka says, "I'm going to step out for a bit." And then Lola Vice goes practicing on a fighting dummy, and then Roxanne Perez. I saw how you look at my title. You don't come after my title. And she goes, Let's just team up first, get it done, then we'll worry about it later. So, and Chase U was showing props to Ridge Holland, and the good brother, the game of Chase U shirt, and the Good Brothers interrupt them, and Gallows and Anderson, they're causing a lot of trouble. Anyways. Triple threat match. Jakara Jackson, Lash Legend of Metaphor, JC Jane and Jasmine Nix versus Lola Vice and Roxanne Perez. And it was a heck of a matchup. The two Latinas, Roxanne Perez and Lola Vice, ended up winning the matchup. And then Roxanne Perez backfisted Vice after the matchup. And Lola Vice knew. She's like, and I think I had a little smile on her face because she knew. She knew what Roxanne Perez was trying to do and what message Roxanne Perez is trying to send. And believe me, I wouldn't be surprised if Lola Vice decided to get another shot at the Women's Championship against Roxanne Perez. Talking about a heat wave, I think it'll probably going to hold everything off until Julia actually arrives on NXT. That will be something to behold. So, and Ava congratulated Javon Evans, and then Ethan Page starts running his mouth. He's like, I wasn't eliminated. You got to do something about Oro Mensah. Yeah, I kicked him out last week. Oh, you did. Yeah, thank you very much. And then Javon, he's running his mouth. I'm going to challenge you. And so Ava says, you sure about this? And Javon Evans goes, yeah. So one-on-one, Ethan Page goes one-on-one with Javon Evans. Women's North American title on the line. Kelaini Jordan defends it against Michin. Now, the Good Brothers are showing up at ringside during the matchup. But then OTM seems to be not very happy with the Good Brothers somehow. And then as they were trash talking, and the referee's distracted by all that, Jada Parker pushed Michin off the top rope. Kelaini Jordan, who had no idea that happened, took advantage of the situation 1, 2, 3. Kelaini Jordan retains the title. I would not be surprised a 6-person tag between the OC and OTM down the road. Kelly Kincaid interviews Ethan Page. Ethan Page claims that that he will beat that 20-year-old kid, Javon Evans, on NXT at the main event. Izzy Dame, a promo of being part of NXT after being a volleyball player for a long time. And she calls everybody else NARPs, non-athletic regular person. Gee, when we heard that before? Anyways, Axiom was not very happy that Frazier went about the Battle Royals. He's like, I mean, you didn't tell me you were in it. We are the tag team champions, and then you're eyeing that Heritage Cup championship. And then look at Chris Rufino came in with a contract for the NXT Heritage Cup. Nathan Frazier grabs it and signs it. And Axiom's like, really? Gotta calm down, Axiom. So Obafemi addresses the North American title, and there's nobody trying to beat him for it. Wesley interrupts Femi, saying he wants a shot at it again. And it kind of aggravates Femi a little bit. But then, in the background, if you notice, while Wesley was talking, he was throwing up that Brooks Jensen was trying to, I don't know, get at somebody in the ring. I thought it was a fight going on. But security was going in. It was Brooks Jensen trying to, I don't know what's up with Brooks and why they're doing this to him. Give him a new character like he's fired from the NXT or something like that. If I were Josh Briggs and Fallon Henley, I would join up with Brooks Jensen. Come up and begin this new country grit. The new version of country grit, like a heel version. Put those three back together again. I want it because Josh Briggs is having a bit of an attitude. So is Fallon Henley. So is Brooks Jensen. I think it's appropriate. Bring those three back together, and there'll be a heel version of the country grit like we never seen before. That's my personal opinion on that matter. And then Hank Walker and Tank Ledger, because Tyler Bate was in that Battle Royal too from Monday Night Raw, and they decided to challenge. They want to challenge the new Catch Republic. So Hank Walker and Tank Ledger, gentlemen, good luck to you on that one. New Catch Republic, and Pete Dunne does not play around, folks. He is not a jokester. If I were you, Hank and Tank, I will look out for Pete Dunne. He doesn't play. The Bruiserweight does not play. Trust me on this one. And then, and the No Quarter Catch crew was talking to Tavion Heights. And seems like Charlie Dempsey sees to admire Tavion Heights' credentials. And he says, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a test. You fight Damon Kemp next week, you beat him, you're in the No Quarter Catch crew. And Tavion Heights would be an excellent addition to the No Quarter Catch crew. If I were the D'Angelo family, I would start watching their backs pretty soon. Meanwhile, an NXT Anonymous spy Gallus complained about Dragon Lee because Joe Coffey was in that Battle Royal and Dragon Lee eliminated him. But then Tyreek Igwe and Tyson Dupart decided to jump them, and looks like a major fight that's going on. Security was trying to separate those two teams. Meanwhile, Carly Bright, who caught the wrath of Fallon Henley in the women's locker room, went one-on-one. And during the matchup, Wendy Chu, because Kendall Gray was in the corner of Carly Bright, Wendy Chu, with that new look, decided to put Kendall Gray in that new sleeper hold position. I was called the $1 Million Dream. I don't know what she calls it. It was more like nap time. And then the referee was distracted. Carly Bright was distracted. But Fallon Henley took advantage of the situation and ended up winning the match. Eddie Thorpe interviewed, and he says that, he was in that Battle Royal. He says he felt very good. He says he can go after any title. I'm all over the place, but I'm going to go after one title. But meanwhile, in the background, Brooks Jensen was getting carried off and away in handcuffs. Ooh, boy. So, Trick Williams was congratulating and talking to Javon Evans in the trainer's room. He said, "You sure you're going to go about that? I'll be fine. Javon Evans, you got to give the kid a lot of credit. He's got a lot of heart, and I can't wait for this matchup. Chase U to team with Duke Hudson and Andre Chase against the Good Brothers, and I think, I don't know if Reg Holland did something or what. Duke Hudson picked up the victory for his team, and he was shocked, and everybody was shocked. Chase U has won. So, and Ava congratulated Kelaini joining Mr. Stone and Stevie Turner were with Ava witnessing this, and and says she'll defend it against anybody. And Ariana Grace interrupts Ava and joins. Thank you. I know you're talking about me. The person I want to talk about is Sol Ruka. She deserves a shot at this. And Ava's about to make a match between those Sol Ruka and Kelaini Jordan. And then Ariana Grace runs her mouth and says, "Why don't you prove it?" And Mr. Stone goes, "Why don't you prove that?" So Sol Ruka and Ariana Grace going 1-on-1. I think the winner will face Kelaini Jordan for the Women's North American Championship down the road. That would be great. Let's see what happens. Chase U was celebrating the victory, but then Duke Hudson a little thrown off by Rich Holland. Rich Holland's like, oh. So, hey, Rich Holland's now a member of Chase U. Let's go. I say let's do this. Andre Chase can go after the NXT Heavyweight title. Let Riley Osborne go after the NXT Heritage Cup or North American title. And let Rich Holland and Duke Hudson, those two big boys, can be a tag team. Let them go after the NXT tag team titles. Be perfect. And then yet Thea Hale can be either women's champion or North American champion. Why the heck not? Chase, you can collect all the gold that way. Think, Andre. You're a good thinker. Anyways, Fallon Henley was really upset, even though she got the win. Again, disrespect. This is what people get. And then JC Jane and Jasmine Nix, they complain about Kelaini Jordan because now Sol Ruka, really? He said they're going to do something about it. You see, then if those three make an alliance, that's trouble for anybody in the women's locker room. And Trick Williams joins on commentary for the main event match. He's showing love to Vic Joseph. Booker T's like, what the heck? So Javon Evans versus Ethan Page. They went 1-on-1. And in the main event, and Ethan Page picked up the victory over Javon Evans. And then Page starts trash talking to Trick Williams, and then behind, while they were doing Nash, Shawn Spears came in the ring attacking Javon Evans. Trick Williams goes after Shawn Spears, and then Page jumps on Spears. Everybody's fighting. Evans backs up Williams, and then all of a sudden, all four men laid out with the title to end the show. There's a recap of Tatum Paxley went up against Jordan Grace at Against All Odds, and Jordan Grace did pick up the victory. And Jordan Grace, if you check out on X, she posted a risque picture. Of course, Bubba Ray had to make us laugh by putting theirs and APA's faces on. Let's just say this. I think the ladies, kind of like watched the sunset or woke up at the crack of the dawn, if you know what I mean. Oh, what a joke I make. So, that's all the time we have on this show. Episode 1487 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. NXT Event Center for the 18th of June, 2024 from last night. And I know I'm going to be on Chilling with Joy tonight. We're watching AEW Dynamite. I know there's a huge contract signing between two of my favorite women's wrestlers. That would be the timeless one, Toni Storm, the AEW Women's World Champion, defending the gold at the Forbidden Door against the lovely, gorgeous, sexy Stardom sensation, Mina Shirakawa. Kind of like that. And Mina Shirakawa's already taken America by storm. And every time we show that American bikini, God bless freaking America. Let me tell you something. So, a lot of stuff's going down, and yes, the sap-sucking salamanders of AEW, the Young Bucks, will take on the Acclaimed in a World Tag Team Title Eliminator matchup. That's right, I call them sap-sucking salamanders. That's what they are. Anyways. So, that's it. That's all. But next episode, Joker's Wild. Time to pull that one-arm bandit against that rotten devil. So, I will see you guys later. Until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with A Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.